Nina Safar, a kosher food blogger, and her husband Erez, a musician and DJ, are joining their unique talents to bring a new artistic spin to the celebration of Hanukkah.
I feel pretty lucky to have my wife run a kosher cooking blog. A, it's kosher so I could eat it, and it's good cooking so I could eat it.
Do you like?
Well, it's really good.
Is it yummy? My name is Nina Safar, and I'm a food blogger. I met my husband, Erez, at my 21st birthday party.
I was the DJ for her birthday party.
My brother was there and he wanted to break dance. So he sent me over to get a song that he wanted, and that's how I started talking to him.
Thought she was cute, and we were sort of friends for a while, and then started to fall for each other. Nina is super creative, and you could see it in all the things she does. Marketing and graphics. It's not like an art department and then a photographer and a writer. She's doing all those things.
And look, Mommy's gonna take this picture. I'm gonna put that on the site.
Nina started her blog shortly after she was married. She believes you don't need to be a chef to cook a good meal.
I keep a kosher lifestyle. I only eat kosher food. That means that any meat or chicken or fish that I eat has to be prepared according to the laws of kashrut. When I first got married, I started cooking, and there were a ton of food blogs that I would look at. None of them were kosher. So they had amazing looking photos, food that looked delicious, but not kosher. So I would take those recipes and make them kosher and experiment. And that's when I decided, hey, I want to have a website that I can go to and I don't have to worry about editing it and making it kosher. I want it to be kosher. And so I started the first kosher food blog. I'm at a point where I really, truly enjoy the process of creating the recipe. I want like a little bit of cayenne pepper inside. I feel like that will give it like a nice little kick. Plating it, taking a photo, and then seeing the photo and knowing that someone else will get as excited looking at the photo as I was creating it, and knowing that they're gonna wanna eat it, that is a great feeling, being able to create that art.
Nina's creative holiday recipes will be on display at the popular festival that Erez began to celebrate Hanukkah in a new way.
I started the Sephardic Music Festival 9 years ago.
My husband runs a festival every Hanukkah. It's called Sephardic Music Festival. It's to showcase different styles of music within the Jewish world.
We're bringing the Sephardic Music Festival from New York, which has been featured in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal. In its 9th year, we're bringing it to Los Angeles for its first year.
It's gonna be like no Hanukkah party that anyone has been to.
This event that we're doing for Hanukkah called Balagan Salon. The idea of the event is to incorporate all sorts of art. The holiday of Hanukkah, and it's definitely festive, and we'll have candles and the dreidels and all the traditional little things like the chocolate candies and stuff. So it's kind of a mix of both art and holiday.
I've always wanted to collaborate with him. Took a while, and this is the first event that we're collaborating together, so I'm really excited.
I wasn't thinking that all the wines are gonna be here. I was thinking there's a couple wines out.
When he decided to bring it this year, I was like, dude, I'm catering.
It's always fun working with your wife. It got a little stressful last night because she had to make like 1 million latkes, which is not normal for one person to do in like our own kitchen.
The festival is going to feature music, live bands, there's going to be tribal tattoo artists, belly dancer, visual art, and my latkes. On the holiday of Hanukkah, we celebrate by eating latkes. It's a tradition to have fried up potato, and I decided to stick with that tradition. However, I was going to mix it up. The festival is about highlighting different types of music, so I wanted to highlight different flavors and showcase more than just a potato latke. I am going to be making broccoli cheddar, zucchini parmesan, and pumpkin hash brown latkes. I like taking traditional things and make it more exciting for people to eat. L'chaim. Okay.
The Sephardic Music Festival, I think, the interesting thing and the reason why it's gotten such, 4 photos, full page spreads in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, NPR, is because it's not like the Jewish music festival. I think, the name Sephardic, it has a sort of esoteric feel, and you kind of like, okay, let me figure out exactly what this is. So there's an element of educating people and people educating themselves about what it is exactly. It was like the revival of like Eastern European Jewish music, but fused with jazz and experimental avant-garde. And I think We use the festival and Sephardic and music kind of loosely, and we incorporate a lot of different cultures and histories, and also not just music. We incorporate food, film, art. It speaks to anybody who wants to celebrate a holiday or wants to celebrate different cultures, diversity, and really discover these different elements.
With Nina and Erez in charge of the festivities, Hanukkah celebrations will never be the same.
Both my wife and I, the passion is creating, and creating art and creating things that you don't see in the world and that you want to see.
The holidays are all about celebrating and connecting, and I find that the best way to connect is through food and music and art, and that's what I love about the festival.